What is going on, y'all? This is Pay Me in Dividends, and today is January 12th, 2025. Now, today we're going to jump right into the video because it is the weekend, and so the stock market is closed. So, today, what I want to talk about is actually episode 2 or part 2 to the Retire Early series that I'm doing. It's something I'm playing around with. Let me know if you guys like this. But what I want to do is crunch the numbers on a lot of these popular dividend ETFs in order to give you guys an idea of how much money is actually needed to retire on some of these ETFs. Now, again, take this at face value, take it with a grain of salt. This is a hypothetical. These numbers are very vague and general. And the average weekly distribution I have here on these funds are just based off of the distributions that have been paid out since inception. And so all I did was I took every single distribution and I got the average number from those distributions. So again, these numbers are going to fluctuate. The share price is also going to fluctuate. And remember, you're always at the mercy of the ETF manager. They may pivot and change strategies. They may change distribution schedules. And so you just always have to keep that in mind. But again, the only thing we can do is go based off of the data that is available to us. And so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to crunch the numbers and we're going to see how much money it would actually take to cover your expenses and lifestyle off of these ETFs. Now, this is assuming that you would need about $60,000 a year or $5,000 a month in retirement in order to cover your expenses. How did I come up with this number? Well, on average, the average salary, annual salary for Americans, Canadians, Australians, kind of Western first world countries, is typically around $50,000 to $60,000. Some people make more, some people make less, but we'll keep this very general and we'll assume that you would need about $5,000 a month in order to retire. So let's get into it, right? So we're looking at Round Hill ETFs today. We're going to look at QDTE, XDTE, and RDTE. Now, these ETFs are definitely the most popular ETFs from Round Hill. They have an entire suite of ETFs, including YBTC, which is a Bitcoin covered call strategy, and YETH, which is an Ethereum covered call strategy. But we're going to look at the three most popular, which are based off the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000. So let's get started with QDTE. So this share price is based off of the recording of this video, which is January 12th, 2025. So we're going to go based off of today's price. And again, we're going to use the average weekly distribution in order to crunch these numbers. So we'll start off with QDTE. So what we'll do is we'll take 34 cents, which is the average weekly distribution for QDTE, and we will multiply that by 52 because they pay 52 distributions in the year, right? They pay weekly. So we get 1768. So 1768, we're going to divide that by the 60,000, which would be needed in order to cover our expenses, right? And we get 3,393 shares of QDTE that is needed in order to generate $60,000 a year or $5,000 a month. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these amount of shares, 3,393, and multiply it by the share price as of today. Again, remember guys, this number is going to fluctuate. The share price is not going to remain the same, and the weekly distribution will not remain the same. So we're just going off averages today, right? So we're going to multiply this amount of shares by 39 and we get $132,000. So we're going to put this down here just so you guys get a visual of how much is needed invested into QDTE in order to generate $60,000 a year or $5,000 a month. So next, we're going to move on to XDTE, which is the covered call strategy based off the S&P 500. And so we're going to take the average weekly distribution, right, 28 cents, and we're going to multiply that by 52 weeks, and we get 1456. So we're going to take our 60,000 divided by 1456, which is the amount on average of annual distributions per share, and we get 4,120 shares of XDTE that is needed in order to generate $60,000 a year or $5,000 a month. Now we're going to multiply this amount of shares by the share price as of today. So 4,120 times $49, and we come up with $201,000, right? About 200 grand that is needed invested into XDTE in order to generate $60,000 a year. So let me know what you guys think about this, right? QDTE, you need about $130,000 invested. XDTE, you need about $200,000 invested. Now we're going to move on to RDTE. So RDTE is very similar to QDTE as far as their average weekly distribution, but we're going to do the math on it and see exactly what we get. So 33 cents times 52 weeks, $17.16. And so we come up with 3,496 shares of RDTE that is needed in order to generate $60,000 a year. So again, we're going to multiply that by today's price, which is $39. And we get $136,000 of total money that is needed in order to generate $60,000 a year or $5,000 a month in RDTE. So you guys let me know. Let me know, did you find this video interesting? Did you think that you needed this much money, or did you think you needed more money, less money, around this amount of money? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you guys like this series, right? I'm going to continue doing this maybe every other video, putting out something similar to this, just crunching the numbers based off the data that we have available to us. Remember, guys, the numbers are going to fluctuate. The share prices are going to fluctuate. We cannot predict how the market is going to behave in the future. So all we can do is take the data that is available to us, take the average of that data, and crunch the numbers just to give you guys an idea, give you guys a bit of motivation or a bit of vision, just to kind of give you an idea of a ballpark range of how much money you actually need in these funds to generate an annual salary for yourself, right? Some people think it takes a lot less money. Some people think it takes a lot more money. And some people may be surprised when they see these numbers, right? And they may get inspired and say, hey, this is actually achievable within the next 5, 10, 20 years. And so you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I'm always grateful. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. We're now at 752 subscribers. So as always, guys, I appreciate you guys coming by the channel and checking it out. And I will see you guys in the next video.